Hey, 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 it's the Pacific Northwest Geek, Echo Kira here. Are you cold this time of year? Then a nice cup of hot cocoa or coffee or hot tea. That was good. On my tongue a little bit, but that was good. Whew. Hits the spot. I am back with another review as I will be looking at the 2006 film from Wildeye, the oversized from the Raw and Extreme line, Prison of the Psychotic Damned. Raw and Extreme. Now this movie, which by the way, I love that cover. I love that. That's pretty metal. Pum, 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 pum. The movie tells of these five people, four girls and one guy, who are going into this old abandoned train station. We meet one of them at the beginning of the film, who's having... The beginning of the film, basically, you see this girl, Kansas, who she's in this hotel room or something. She does some drugs. Some guys, orderlies or whatever, bum rush her, and then she's back in the room, and she walks up to the mirror, cuts open her shirt, rips open her shirt to show her bare breast. And apparently she's been cut into her breast because we can see some old scars or something. For she's now all dressed in black and in the car with the other characters. Now we're told officially with this old train station, terminal, whatever, that it was built, it was supposed to be this grand thing, then the Great Depression happened, and then the war happened, and then people were spending money on things other than what they were supposed to be spent on, so it was shut down in the 50s. Unofficially, there was some bad things that happened there. There was a bad train accident, which only the conductor survived, but then he, later on jumped off a tower to his death. They used it to store some patients because they were been in an insane asylum. There were some murders there. It's not good. Anyways, so they're going to the station, and Kansas is not mixing well with the other. She's butting heads with everybody except for the host, because apparently she has some kind of past relationship with the host. Says that the only reason why she's there is because if she doesn't, her dad will cut her off or stop funding her. So that's why Kansas is doing this. Now, about the first 3/4 of the film, it's just them walking around. About the only time you really see anything is when they show, like when they talk about the murders, you see what looks like the guy's forcing himself on the dead body of a girl or whatever. I don't know if she was conscious or whatever. This other guy, they said they could kill a cow with one punch, and they shows this kind of creepy looking guy hitting a dead cow head. And then one of the girls goes off to go to the bathroom. Apparently there might be a homeless guy there, scares her. But again, for 3/4 of the film, nothing really happened other than walking around. Before eventually the one girl who the homeless guy walked in on is killed off camera. Then the cameraman finds her taking a shower, bathing butt naked, and he's thinking, oh, I know what's around, I can get it on. And by the way, she's got a nice body. Yeah, we get to see that. But then when he reaches around to grab one of her breasts, like this goo or whatever is on there, and then she turns around, she's all like hideous looking, attacks him, but then he wakes up, he's like, what the hell? He's walking around, and a light comes to him, and then we see him basically being gutted. We don't really see him being gutted because it's more like they focus on his head. Because they all get split up. This one girl who's psychic, she ends up having some kind of breakdown about apparently she had a kid and somehow killed him. She breastfeeds a doll which bites into her breast, and then she gouges her eyes out and takes like a sewing needle, crocheting thing, needle, whatever, and she pokes it into her head. It comes back, has some kind of ghostly ghoul thing, and kills one of the other characters off camera. Thoughts on the film? I'm gonna try to be positive. I've never been into. I don't think I've ever been to any of these old train stations. I've been in some old bus terminals, kind of, but not like these old train stations. So I think the setting is cool. But the fact that we got the long opening credits, which seems more like they wanted us to listen to this song from whatever this artist was, than actually watch the credits, because they went on way too long, 2+ minutes. The beginning with Kansas kind of develops like something is wrong with her. We do get to see that she's a bitch, because she's butting heads with everybody. Good hot cocoa with crushed peppermint sticks in it. Anyways, the fact that we have to wait 3 quarters before we see anything, I think this film would have worked better as a found film than what it is. Because then it could have been like, oh look, it's a Blair Witch ripoff. Because that would have worked for it. I think Bunny Whatever is another one that's not really all that raw and extreme. This is one of the ones I got as part of one of the sales MVD was doing over the summer. Wait a minute, so was Saltwater. And Saltwater was another one I didn't like. So this now makes 2 of the last films I've reviewed or watched to review I have not liked. Woof. I do say this, the girl, the one that ends up, taking after she dies, turns into a ghoul or whatever, and takes a shower and stuff and gets found by the cameraman. I think she would, if they were to remake Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things, which is a cool movie if you haven't seen it, she would be great as the one kooky girl in that movie. They've been talking about a remake of that for a long time. Also, it turns out that the place, they didn't think the place was really haunted, so that they went around and they planted some different things in there trying to mess with people. They had no idea it was actually haunted. This and the back, I don't know how good that shows. Kind of misleading. I was disappointed in this. It's like an hour and 28 minutes, and about an hour through it, so when anything really happens. So it's a letdown. But I'm only keeping it is because it's part of the Wildeye collection. So it gets a pass on that because it's part of the Wildeye collection. In fact, we're going to put you right below It's Just a Game. If you have seen this film, tell me what you think about this film. Me, I was disappointed in it. Maybe you guys check it out if you haven't seen this. I'll put the link for it. It is on Tubi. So I'll have the description. In the description, I'll have the trailer and the link for it on Tubi. Tell me what you guys think about this. And anyways, I'm the Pacific Northwest Geek. Got a slight case of the sniffles. I want to go enjoy my hot cocoa. So I will see you on the flip side. Hopefully it was a better movie. Toodaloo.